Hi, welcome and thank you for subscribing. Today I want to share my henna experience with you. It's a question I get very often because I said henna didn't work for me. It gave me the opposite effect that I was looking for. So I may not henna my relaxed hair, and even with my natural I may do so for other reasons, but let me go into what I did for my henna treatment. I did it in April 2012 and I bought it myself from a local market, and I decided to do it before my relaxer. I read around it and I liked the fact that it would give me a natural sort of reddish tone, and so I was excited to get that in my hair. Of course, I knew that I would also get the added benefits of strengthening and whatnot. So I did it a few weeks before my relaxer, and what I did was I mixed it with water and I allowed it to stay overnight, and then mixed in some conditioner to help with the application. So I left it on for a long time, and of course I had a lot of dye release. I had the reddish tone I was looking for. See it in the pictures. I really loved it, especially when I went into the sun and my hair was reddish, and I got people asking me, what do you use for the color? It was amazing. It was an amazing experience. I really loved the color that I got. However, after about 2 or 3 months, I started noticing that my hair was thinning so much, extremely thinning, and the only thing that I had done that was different from my routine was the henna. After my touch-up, I saw that my ends were very thin. So I planned of trimming some off, but even after the trim, my ends were dry, they were brittle. It was like my hair lacked moisture so much that it was breaking badly. So I tried doing some treatment, and I thought that perhaps I needed moisture because henna could be drying. So I went in to use some moisturizing treatment, but it wasn't working. And I don't know whether because I was using a lot of protein products too, but whatever I was doing wasn't working for me. My hair had thinned so much to about 4 inches or so, so I had to trim that off. And think my henna, that was 2013. Yeah, it was 2013. So by November 2013 I had trimmed off more, and the first 4 or 5 inches of my hair was pretty dark and strong, but the last inches were reddish, brownish, dry. It was terrible looking to me, and that was what necessitated my other big chop in early part of 2014. That is my experience with henna, and I tell people that to each his own or her own. I know I have fine strands, and perhaps that could be the reason my hair thinned, because henna to some people loosen curls. So perhaps because my hair was already straightened, It just made it more thinner. The other observation I made was the moisture retention. My hair was just, it refused to retain moisture. It refused to respond to any treatment I was giving it. And as a result of that, I wanted to see how my new growth was affected, because that one was different from my relaxed hair. Even when I touched up, I could notice the difference between the new growth and the relaxed one. The new growth, even because that one was not chemically treated, was able to withstand the effect of the henna. But after touching that one up, I realized it was also very, very thin. So I decided not to use henna on my relaxed hair. I might look at it in terms of doing it on my natural hair, because my natural hair is very dense, and even though my strands are fine, it wouldn't be as damaging as it was for my relaxed hair. That is if I want to even do henna again. And the second thing is the quality of the henna. The henna I used was from the local market, so I don't know if that was also another reason why it wasn't working for me, but I know it's body art quality, because back in the northern region, that's what people use on their bodies to create tattoos and designs, so I know it's very good for that. The third thing about my henna experience is that it wasn't very fine. The grains were quite rough, so it was difficult getting everything out. So the next time I decide to henna, I might just buy the Indian ones or something packaged already to see how my hair responds to it, but I don't think I will be using it on relaxed hair. And now that I'm even transitioning to natural, I'm not interested in trying the henna. The other reason why I tried the henna was I was stretching for I think more than 16 weeks, so I wanted something that would make my new growth very manageable according to what I'd read, and it did. My new growth was very, very soft, very soft, and as a result of that, I had thought of doing the henna again, but as soon as I saw the result on my relaxed hair, I wasn't happy. So yes, my new growth was very soft. Whether I would try it on my transitioning hair again is something I'm yet to consider. I'm yet to think about it. As I said, I don't know what went wrong, but I do know that if I'm going to tread on those unknown waters again, because I was devastated, that is what brought about my setbacks. And in as much as I took it as a learning process, it cost me my length and wasted years of nurturing my hair. So I was really sad I had to cut off that hair. And as I said, even if I were going to doing henna again, I'll prefer buying the packaged ones and probably just wait when I have a lot of new growth to try that, so that I don't know. It's beautiful watching people treat their hair with henna and you see their hair thriving. You're so much interested in giving it a try. You do it and yours is a flaw. And getting back into the game isn't going to be easy, but let me know what you think. Any suggestions for me, because I really love the way people rave about the strengthening benefits. As for the color release or something like that, I'm not interested in it again. I have semi-permanent colors I can try if I want it, but I wouldn't. And a word of caution, when I bought my permanent dye, Dark and Lovely dye to use, one of the things that was written, and I think it had to do with henna, was that you do not use it if you have hennaed your hair. You don't use the dye if you've hennaed your hair. So I was fortunate I didn't have any dye, but if you want to try henna, that is the one thing you have to stay away from. Semi-permanent dyes or permanent dyes, no, you'll create a mess for yourself. And after the henna experience, I decided to use the semi-permanent dye. It did cover the hair, but every time I wash my hair, the semi-permanent dye will come off. So that wasn't really a permanent solution. I had to cut it off. And now that starting afresh, I think that I'm going to open my eyes very well and be sure I don't get those setbacks with experiments again. Since that time, I don't think I've experimented again with anything. I used to do mango deep conditioners, yogurt deep. I stopped experimenting, and a lot of my readers have requested for a lot of kitchen mistresses and misters, but that is one of the reasons why. I think that's a major reason why I have not tried any other combination or mixtures on my hair. The setback was just too awful for me. So let me know what you think, any suggestion, and let's see if I would be bold enough to try it again. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed. Don't forget to rate, to comment, to subscribe. It's free. Just hit the subscription button. It's free.